Hi friends, this is Gail O'Neill, and I teach stamping. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so what I decided to do for tonight is some paper pumpkin alternatives. Because there's only a few days left where you can sign up to get next month's paper pumpkin. And there's going to be an extra free stamp set in there, which I can't wait to see what it is. They haven't, told us in advance, but it's supposed to be really awesome. And it does have to do with birthdays, from what I could gather. But along with getting paper pumpkin, so 1 month would be $19. But if you went on a trial and did a 3-month trial to see if you like it, with the $57, and you would just get that on my website on a regular order, and there's a number 137859. So that would entitle you to a free set from Sale-a-bration. So that's pretty cool. And this is the last month for that. But you have until the 10th to sign up to try paper pumpkin. So, I mean, you could do it anytime, but until the 10th to get this one. So I've already ripped through it. There's not much left in here, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it came with ribbons and these little gems. The stamps are really cute. Let's see. I need new glasses. Be kinder to yourself and let your kindness flood the world. I think we need a lot of that. You're the reason I smiled today. Thank you. Then it goes with, let me see, you are wonderful. And then there's another one that I'm using, and you can do incredible things. So it's really nice. Nice sayings in there. What I had left, of course, I used my own glue dots, and so I have that, but I can get another 2 cards out of that if I didn't want to use that as a card. I still have this, which I could get a couple cards out of. That was an extra. There's a piece of vellum. This is leftover from one of the cards that I did. And you know how I like to do inlays. That was an extra. And then I have 2 things of tags. Plus this and the envelopes. But it makes 8 cards, this particular set. Sometimes they make more. Let me see. They always come with instructions, tell you exactly what to do. So these were the cards that it makes. And of course I did make one of each. And I could have, gotten more cards out of these if I didn't do them exactly the way they are. So let me show you the others that I came up with. I don't want to lose my ribbon I pre-tied. I had a little problem with my hand from my elbow down today. It went numb. So that's my life. But it's back. Okay. So I pre-did what I could. Ooh, that's one of the ones I'm doing. But that'll be after. I want to do a couple of the easy ones. So this is one of the card bases that came in the kit, and this was one. So I took some Poppy Parade, made it very simple. I mean, you can make these as simple or as ornate. I think I'll end up with maybe 14 cards when I finish with what's in there. So I did that, and then you know how I like to do layers, so there's 3 happies done, and that's from Well Said. And then in black, and this is also from Well Said. So I kind of did it at an angle. Let's just make sure that's right. I'm always nervous when that's the last thing you have to do on a card. Ta-da! Okay, and then we'll glue that. Let me put this down on the... And of course I didn't do any insides because I'm bad like that. So we'll just glue this down. Did refill my bottle today. So that is card number 1. I mean, how easy is that? Okay, card number 2. So this piece I put through the subtle folder, and then I grabbed, let me get that out of my way, my hand's going to be in it, Old Olive, put that through the subtle folder. So this sheet had, this was on the bottom, and then there was another piece on the top that you can see from this one. So I cut off a little bit. And then what I did is just glued this down. Oh, and on this one I have 4 layers of amazing. It's amazing. Oh, and Sue, you have comments on YouTube, so you might want to check them out. I edited Sue's video from her glycerin because I taught her that. So I put it on my channel, and she's getting all kinds of views. Yay, Sue! Hi, Judy and Stacy. Okay, so then, so what I did is I did 3 layers in black, and then I didn't really like the black, so I did another layer in, what did I do it in? What did I do it in? Not Mary Merlot, Cherry Cobbler. Because I just kind of thought the fresh fig was a little dull looking on it. And when I colored one of the cups, we really don't have fresh fig in the blends. So all I did was put that there. And then grabbed a couple of these little gemmies. Maybe. I hate these plastic sheets. Well, now it all hates me. Okay. Cooperate. There's got to be an easier way. Let's see if I bend it. Yes! And then we'll put that there like I did the other one. And then just glue it down. So another pretty easy card. Makes you think you can do that with other things too, even if you don't have this paper. You can stamp a U. So that was card number 2. So then, is this the one? Yes, this is the one I watercolored. So this I cut off of the card and then mounted it on our own cardstock, so it was a little heavier. Because this, I mean, it's okay, but it's kind of thin. So let's color this, and I have a second one to glue to the back to make that stronger, because I used my Canson paper, because you could, it's just so much easier to stamp on. Okay, so I used pencils for this. So the cup, I just came in and just scribbled. I went back and added, you know, a little more after I wet it. It's better to go light than to go too dark. Oh, I'm shedding. Okay, so then I used like 3 shades. So I'll go through and do it a little faster, but I wanted to show you. So I use the darker, the darker green on the top. Now, most time when you color leaves, you're coloring the darker and up. But here we're going lighter and then darker. So I'm going to go in and a few of them, like, I didn't really worry about it. I kind of threw it in different spots, because when all is said and done, it all looks good. And I think at the end, yeah, I did. I threw some red in the top. Oh, I can hear my puppy playing, or puppy. She's 3 now, but playing with her squeaky toy. Oops, I don't want that one. What did I want? This one. And a little bit more of that there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and, I missed a whole one right there, but, so then you just kind of quickly blend it. And if you missed any, it really doesn't matter, because you can grab from one spot to the other and just fill it all in. Watercoloring, I'm finding that I truly love it more than I ever thought I would. Like, I'd love to find some classes. Okay, so then what I did, I actually put it on a piece of cardstock, but you can also just put a little, even though this is wet, you get better color when you layer and you let it dry in between. So you can always go back and add a little bit more. But I like doing that. Like lifting it off of something. Now, every once in a while, I will do this with the blender pen, but I think it weakens it. So I would rather color like that and then lift it up. And I think I did see that somewhere, and that's why I think that. I couldn't have made it up. I couldn't have. Okay, so there's that. So then I'm going to finish going in there, which I forgot to do. And then on the inside, I used crushed curry and Cajun craze. Like for the sand, I guess. Okay, so where's my little napkin? Right here, under the mouse. Okay, so that's coming out clear now. So you do want to switch colors, but look how fast that. So I'm just pulling it in from the outside. You can even throw some of that blue into there. It's not even going to hurt it. That's it. It's done. Oops, one little spot. I think I just did that when I went over it. So I'm going to glue this to that, just to give it a little bit of strength. Okay, and then this came from, I can't think of it offhand, floral something, I'm not sure. So I stamped the "You Are Beautiful," and that's going to go right along with "You Are Beautiful" with that. So you, oh. And I even could have put that on the same stamp and done it at the same time, but I didn't think of that till now. Okay, so that is going to go on to that. And then that went on an angle, but let me put this first. And then this I also put flat, but I did put, oop, I never put the pin back in it. So just a couple drops here and there. Ooh, I missed. So that went at an angle. And I did just have the bow here. You're probably seeing it, but there's a little bow like that. And then this goes up. Ow. I don't want to tie it again, so it'll go on after. So that goes there. And then a few more jemmies. I don't know why I'm calling them jemmies. Okay, so one there. Yes. One there. Okay, did we all learn that trick tonight? And I'll keep forgetting it. But if you lift it up and kind of bend. Okay, so without the bow, that's the card and the easy watercoloring. And then for the last one, And then I have one other one that I did that I will show you. So this one I did with the blends, and it was supposed to be in white, and I sent it to Sue and said, hey, do I need to flip this around? And so she said, try stamping it on green, and I think it'll bring it together. So this was the piece that they provided, but as soon as I did that, I went, huh, genius. She's a genius. Sometimes our own eye just doesn't see it. So what I did was I cut, this is half an inch, and then I just put it up against that one and snipped it. And the same thing for this. I didn't want to use the color that they provided, so I just put that and then took a scissor and snipped. So that one can be used for something else. And so what I did was just slice that piece of paper in half. And if I would have used it, that is 5 by 3 3/4, that same size that I always use. And this was the card base that I cut in half. So that's 2 cards out of that. And then I switched colors on this one. This was the gray that came in there, and then I decided to do this one with that cherry cobbler. So I'm going to put part of it together and then do the coloring real fast. Now the other one was on the Canson watercolor paper. This one I did on the regular Whisper White. So I'm going to stamp this, and then that's done. So this says, life is tough, but so are you. Let's see if I get that straight. Straight enough. Okay, so we'll put that together in a moment. And then these I cut out of the vellum. So let's get rid of that. And I'm going to look at that, remember what I did. Okay, so again, I used kind of 3 colors. But I got to remember which ones I ended up using. It won't matter, it'll just look a little different. So it was light, and then I think that one, and then the dark olive. We'll see as we go. Of course, I never write anything down. And then I went over it again with the light, but I did put the light down first. So just kind of throwing it down. Oh, I meant to put that. And I just did like squiggles up in there. Cha-ching. Okay. Then I went back with the light and just blended that down. And I'm just going from one leaf to the next. So it was like no special, and I didn't put the red in this time. I left them all green. You could add blue into here if you wanted. There's like no right or wrong. It just blends. Okay, so that was that part. And then for this, I used, this is the Light Poppy Parade. So, whoops. Oops. Lots of whoopses. Okay. So, looks like nothing yet, but this is the dark cherry cobbler. And I put some there and some there. Some in there. Okay, and then the light. So I brought that out a little bit more. Okay, so now you come back in with the light and just blend that all in. And you can be like a little bit wispy with it to, you know, give it that, do you see how it comes over? Because your lightest color is going to like bleach some of the other. But again, it, you know, like this one is a little bit different than that one, and it's all good. Okay, and then I took the light crumb cake, which is drying out, and twice I ordered a light smoky slate instead of this one. Now it's on my order for the next order. Sometimes you just go, duh. All right, so I just see one little spot I want to fix. Right there. And another one there. Okay, so now we're going to put the card together the rest of the way. So this went on this, and I'm just going to use glue. And I keep, whoa, I keep leaving the pin out. I know that's going to get on something. Okay, so then I didn't use the twine that they gave us. I wanted to use some linen thread. Come on. Okay. So I just wrapped it a couple times. Pushed it down a little bit more. Snipped it And then I'll show you what I did. I took our tear and tape and used it like Scotch tape. Don't, you know, like, don't pull that off till you're absolutely ready. Okay, so this is just going to go on there, and I put my glue on this piece so I wouldn't go too far on the other, and then I could kind of line it up in the middle, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's going to go right above there, but first I'm going to put that on the card. And I use soft sea foam for that. Oh, I didn't have to do that because I have those. Silly. Okay, so that is going to go down there. And then this I popped up. I know I had some out. There they are. So I place this right above where I put the linen thread. And then glue dot. And I'm going to just put that, like, roll it a little bit. So that goes there. And then these I also put down with a glue dot. So I lined up, we'll see if it works again. I lined up this dot with that one just to make it look more like it was. What'd I do? Not get it? I guess not. Or it went somewhere else. I'll find it in my hair or something. Okay. So that's all that's really going to stay. I figured these can float a little bit. And then this one gets popped up. And I will put a little bit of bling on it because I didn't before. So that goes right there. And the bling is now missing. So we'll forget the bling for now. But let me bring back... Oh, let me show you that one other card. You did see the teapot. So I use the paper. It's a little busy. That's why, like, I didn't want to do too much in that one. But this is the opposite side of that paper, and I watercolored this. So just something a little different with the inlay. So let me put them all back. And that one. And that one. So thanks for joining me tonight, and don't forget you can sign up for Paper Pumpkin if you do it before the 10th, you'll get that extra stamp set, which is a good, very good value. Plus, if you do the 3 months, then you get your free item from Sale-a-bration. So again, thanks for joining me, and I will see you in a few days. Good night.